Hi and welcome. Today we are dealing with a more difficult and challenging aspect of our lives, which is anger. And today we're addressing specifically the type of anger at what we feel like are things that we cannot control, bigger things in the world, injustice, cruelty. And the reason why do we call this sacred rage or sacred anger is in this situation, it is the anger that comes from there's part of it that comes from violation of our thoughts, our way of thinking, our values, opinions, what we want, but also there is also being angry for on behalf of others, maybe people who were treated wrongly, things you feel like shouldn't happen. And there's so many aspects to the topic on anger. It'll be quite complicated to address all of them. And so today, I would like to focus on two parts of it. The first part is being present and staying and feeling and getting to know the anger, because oftentimes if I feel anger come up, suppressing it is the first thing I would do. It is not a fun feeling to be angry, and we probably do this a lot without even thinking about it. We suppress it a lot. We want to feel good. We want to feel calm and composed, and we're even happy or feeling like things are resolved. But it'll bottle up, and long-term suppressed anger, that's not for the immune system. It's not good for our health, our body. So it's a practice to acknowledge and be with it, and even just trying out so that we're more aware of when we are just avoiding feeling it. So that's what we'll do first in this video, and then another practice will be more instead of being with it, it's more about working with it, working with the energy of anger. And for that we will draw more from witchcraft and pagan practices, the concept of working with energy, seeing it as kind of neutral. Anger will be very intense, but as it flows, it is cyclical, it changes, it has different roles in kind of the ecosystem of our emotions and our consciousness. So that will be in a separate video. And so today let's bring back what you are aware of recently that has let you to discover your anger, your sacred rage, maybe on behalf of others, things that make you feel hopeless. And please welcome any reactions. Even most of the day, I would feel like I do not want the tears to come, the loud voices to come. I don't even want to talk about things that creates anger. But here, it is even just for this time. Let it come out. Do not bottle it up. And you can feel free to close your eyes if that feels good. First we're gonna utilize a technique, and maybe this will seem counterintuitive, but for the type of anger that you've been feeling, we're gonna do three things. First, notice what is unpleasant about this anger. What aspect of it gives you unpleasant feelings, maybe in your body or in your heart, or unpleasant thoughts. Often anger manifests in the body with heavy breathing, headache, blood pressure goes up. Not all of these are necessarily unpleasant though, so you have to check for yourself. Maybe there's the desire to fight, to yell at people. Maybe it's simply the causes of your anger that is unpleasant. Maybe that's all there is. Or maybe you find some reaction in yourself and you're judging and being angry at yourself for being triggered. Maybe that's an unpleasant feeling. Name them one by one, just being open and scan what comes up from your physical body to your emotional and mental body. There's a lot of helplessness that makes me feel unpleasant. And when you feel things are slowing down, you can find anchor in your breathing. And it's fine however it is. Just be anchored to the way your body is breathing. You're here together. And now for the second part, try to notice and see if there's anything pleasant about this anger, this type of rage. Again, you might notice immediate thoughts, intuition, feelings. Maybe. Don't worry if it feels counterintuitive or if it feels wrong. We're here to notice the truth. Dealing with heavier, darker emotions or ones that we see as negative, the important part is to face the truth first, then we can work with it. Maybe through this anger, you actually find support, solidarity with others, or you find some kind of power or motivation from within you. Maybe from it you see some kind of goal or vision shaping for yourself. Maybe the heavy breathing you have is making you feel more alert and alive. And we're not talking about good feelings. We're talking about what comes up that seems pleasant. Notice your truth. Okay, and wrapping up, now we'll shift to the third practice here, which is to notice what parts of this anger feels neutral to you. Things that are neither unpleasant or pleasant. Some of the body sensations might be in this category. You might notice yourself thinking about what actually caused one thing to be unpleasant and another to be pleasant. Can it be traced back to something else? Neutrality is a state, so it helps us to notice and to name and list what is in this category. Because then we know it's maybe less triggering, or maybe as something that's not pleasant, it's something we don't try to hold on to. For me, maybe just in this case, maybe hearing other people talk about related topics is actually neutral to me. Okay, I'm wrapping up and finding your breathing. When I say that, I always involuntarily take deep breaths because it just, I notice I'm breathing and feel like I need more. So that's what I often find myself doing. And there you've spent some more time witnessing yourself and getting to know your anger better. What's underneath it? It's often such a big blob. But this exercise of finding, these are called the feeling tones, finding what's unpleasant, pleasant, and neutral, help us. The goal is not to try to be calm and, get rid of the strong emotion right away, of course. But the more we do this, the more we will have the ability to see, to respond in a way that that's kind of more, that kind of saves our energy. We know what's worthwhile, maybe what's worth processing or taking actions on. So that is getting to know your anger. And I was just here still, but I hope maybe you were able to find the kind of position. You could be walking or sitting down. That makes sense to you in terms of your processing your anger emotions. And one last thing about how this is sacred, especially when there's anger coming from feeling on behalf of others, or situations that's bigger than our individual lives. Often on the flip side, there's the love, there's the vulnerability. It is not a void when we have anger. It's probably will be followed by maybe a motivation, a cause. It'll be followed by love. Those are a lot of things that will rush in to fill the void. It is, you have the ability to feel anger that is That is something very human. That is also a gift. We want to see the sacred of all things. It's an amazing thing. It's a protective mechanism, but it also shows how much we're capable of when we expand to see where that is coming from, where it's going, and what we might want to do about it. So thank you for being here, and I really appreciate the time with you. And look out for the second video where we work more with the energy, the dynamic part of getting to know and processing your anger.